welcome back to Salty Sunshine where we shoot the salt. How you doing, Mama?
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm doing okay. I am just thinking about all the people in the West Coast with this Hurricane Milton that is ruining everybody's lives right now. And that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. We know so many people. Literally, like half the people who went to my college live there.
Did you ask anyone if they left or what's going on?
No, I'm gonna text everyone today. I'm sure everyone's pretty busy trying to get out of there, so.
The people in Tampa have some good news though this morning because it was like going straight into Tampa Bay, which is disastrous, which hasn't happened in over 100 years. But the storm shifted a little south, which is horrible for the people in Fort Myers and Sarasota because now they're going to get destroyed, and it gained strength again overnight. I mean, this is a monster storm. Like it went
Fort
back.
Myers aren't they the ones who got like hit last time?
Yeah,
So
it's going to be disgusting. No, disgusting. I don't know what's worse, going into Tampa Bay or going into, I don't know what's worse. They said that the Tampa Bay was going to be like really bad because of all the water. I don't know. They're still going to get a storm surge. Again, it could shift again because it's not going to hit till like in the middle of the night tonight or something.
Oh, it's tonight.
Yeah. So it can shift again.
Did they tell all of West Coast, like, but after Tampa and before Tampa to evacuate?
Well, people that are close to the water.
Mm.
Like,
like imagine telling everyone to evacuate and then it just like moves and hits a different place.
Well, like we have a cousin there in Tampa and they're inland, but they're like an hour away from the beach more or less, but they're still going to get like high impacts. The problem is they don't know what's going to happen because they really haven't been hit direct in so long.
Yeah.
But what really is annoying and being on TikTok, I'm like 24/7 on TikTok because I'm sorry, that's where everything you see real stuff on TikTok. You don't see it anywhere on the news. You don't see it anywhere else. You see everybody with their horses and their farms. It's devastating, and I'm like, my pit is in my stomach. Like I can't. I'm very nervous for everybody.
Yeah.
And it really.
I saw this one TikTok of this girl. Like obviously, it's bumper to bumper to get out of Tampa. And this one girl, like the other lane is completely open, and she's driving towards Tampa.
Yeah.
And it was like, because she's going to go get her dog.
Oh, I saw that one! Of course I did. I saw that one. I've been on there day and night. I saw it. She's going to go get her dog as she should, as anyone would. Let me tell you something. I'm so devastated. First of all, we're in the richest country in the world, and our systems are so jacked. Our government's so bad. It's like, we should be the swift, well-oiled machine, like in the cases like this. Like, it's so unacceptable that you're telling everyone to evacuate and you don't have people on the road guiding everyone, trucks filled with gas on the road in case anyone runs out. Like, we should be so prepared. We have so much resources, and yet people are just like running out of gas in the middle of the road. They can't go far. Some people left. They drove 6 hours in traffic, which was like they didn't get anywhere. They went back home. Because they ran out of gas and there's no gas and they were nervous that they were going to just be stuck in the... Like, that shouldn't be a thing. You're telling everyone to evacuate, but you have no resources for them.
Also, apparently last time this happened, like, they said that they were going to open up the other side of the road, the other side of the highway, because no one's on it. And for some reason, they didn't do that.
Well, there are people on it, because not everyone's going... Some people are going south, some people are going north.
Okay, comparatively, there's really no one on it. You could keep 2 lanes and then take the other 3.
But the gas is really the issue also. And it's just so sad. There was this one girl I saw, and I don't think I'm going to be okay until I see how this pans out, because she was at the airport, I think, with her cat. And there was a family there, and the family was like, oh, look at the kitty, oh. And she overheard this family say, oh, maybe we should have brought their cat. They left their cat at home to die in a drowning mess.
If I heard that, I would say, where do you live? I go pick it up.
That's exactly what I commented. I'm like, did you not get their name? So maybe you could Google them or address. Like, somebody needs to go save that cat.
No, there are so many people in the comments, like, if you have animals and you're leaving them, like, let me know where it is, and I will actually go get them.
I'm sorry, but you're a special kind of, I don't even want to call you a name. I don't know what that is. I'll never understand it. How you can leave an animal behind is beyond me. I will just sit in my car in a parking lot somewhere with my 4 dogs, whatever the hell you got, instead of leaving them behind. There's no freak way.
To leave them trapped in a house, flooding, where they can't get out.
And scared. And they're not swimmers, like,
right.
What? No.
That's like the same thing when I see the farm animals and they leave them gated. And it's like, at least leave them like to roam free.
I saw a girl that had like kind of like a farm. She had lions and shit, like a bunch of animals, and she said that they don't have to move them because they like the lions have their hammock high up. I'm like, but they're in the tree, right? Like, what if the tree falls? And then like they had places to go higher up, and they're bigger, harder animals to move. I get it, but like
yeah, those you're not supposed to let roam free.
No, of course. But then the other part is, what if all their gates fall and like those crazy ass animals, those big dangerous animals are free? That, I don't know how people deal with that kind of stress. Like, that is like beyond.
They should have to move them.
There's like this other lady. There's this other lady that has like this beautiful mansion, 3-story on the water, and they can leave because they have the means, but she's staying there with her husband and her 3 kids. And everyone's like coming down on them, and it's like, people are so annoying. It's like,
well, I think it's because they have kids, so people are like, this is irresponsible for the kids.
But so the way their mansion's built, like the first story is just like the pool and the hangout area. Their real house starts at the second. Like, they're pretty high up, but they're right next to the ocean. So I would be scared shitless to stay there. But I mean, my point is, to insult strangers online is like so ridiculous. I can't even imagine how stupid people are.
Yeah.
That's their choice. Just be like, pray for them, like be there. Like, I don't know.
I think people get upset because this also happened with the last hurricane, is that they're told to evacuate and then they don't, and then people have to risk their lives to go save them. Right.
But also, are you providing the gas and the funds and to evacuate, you know?
Right.
No, not they didn't need it, but like other people, I get, like, it's hard. And there's there's nurses saying like, you're not allowed to evacuate. You have to stay to work. So there was a nurse on there. She goes, I'm a nurse and I live in Tampa. I have 2 little girls and I can't leave. I'll lose my job. She's like, I have to bring them to work with me. I'm like, wow. That's interesting.
During the hurricane, I would hope that they make them stay in the hospital at least, because it has like better infrastructure.
Yeah, she'll be in the hospital with her 2. But what if she had animals?
Right. What happens then? Because they better let those animals in.
No, there's so many crazy stories. I am glued to TikTok. Glued. I cannot get off of it. Like, I am so nervous. There's so much compassion. People are really rallying together, which is great to see. Like, people are really like helping people. Like, I was telling you the other day, I wish there was like a website or something, because I would offer my extra bedroom anyone that came down that needed it, but I can't, like, where am I going to put it? I don't have a huge following. Like,
right.
It's like, to reach the right people. I'm not going to let some guy, but maybe if you look, like, it has to be a certain type of person too, because I'm alone here, but there should be a website to match people. There is a lady that posted that she's in Tallahassee. And she has this huge farm. She's like, anybody that has big animals, ferrets, whatever you have, I have everything you need. Come to my house. I have so much room. And a lady ended up there with all her animals, a monkey and everything. She has a little baby monkey.
No.
So that lady it's so funny because it's like the algorithm brought all this together on my feed. So she left and she booked a hotel, and they wouldn't accept her animals, even though she called ahead of time to make sure that it was animal friendly. And by law, you're supposed to. But she was like in Georgia or something, and they wouldn't give her money back. And then she went to another hotel, but then everyone in the comments was like, reach out to whatever the lady's name was. I forgot. Reach out to Diana, whoever her name was. And she finally got to that lady in Tallahassee.
Aww.
Yeah, we had a special guest because she was all over TikTok. It was so cute. Love it.
This is where TikTok is like amazing.
No, for animal lovers, TikTok is everything. I've never seen so many animal lovers, and I feel at home.
Yeah.
I feel those are my people.
I know. I really hope I don't get on the side of TikTok after this hurricane where it's like that. But
oh, it's terrible. But the good news is it did shift. So everyone that did stay in the Tampa Bay, I mean, they're still in danger with the surge and everything. And again, it could shift again because it's like the biggest storm. And if it if it lands as a 4 or 5, like it doesn't matter. Like it's too close for comfort. Like that's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna hit someone, either Fort Myers or Tampa. So like, there is gonna be.
I'm praying every night. Everyone should pray. Like I feel like let's just like pray it away, like for it to dissipate a little. There was another lady that's on there. She's on a Disney cruise. And she's stuck on the cruise. But she's like showing video, and they're right behind the storm, and they're not. And there's another Royal Caribbean. There's a bunch of cruises out there just docked, and the people are stuck, and they're saying everyone's throwing up because of the waves, and they're sick. And yes,
that is my worst nightmare. To be on a boat during a storm.
I'm not okay with. And she keeps coming on, and she's like, I had 2 plants for my animals. Thank God I'm back. I'm okay. My dog, she has dogs at home while she's on the, I forgot. I didn't watch the whole thing, but yeah, she's on a Disney cruise and everyone's like nauseous.
I know. I was just thinking if like you're out of town and like you have like a sitter who's watching your dog who leaves or like,
yeah. Because it depends who's watching them, if it's family or friends, but like if you have a real sitter, like those people, they'll tell you they're going to take care of your dog and they won't.
Right.
Like, if you don't know them, you don't know what they're capable of.
Right.
So, no, I can't. Oh, my God. So, everyone, we're thinking of you.
Yeah, stay safe. I can't believe
stay safe. So, you went to ACL this weekend.
I did. I went on Saturday, and then I'm going to go on Sunday this weekend.
Again? How long does it go
for? I went one day this weekend. It's 3 days. And this weekend I'm going to go one day.
So it's 2 weekends?
Yes.
Oh, so Austin City Limits is what we're talking about. It's a big concert, right? Is it country music or no? It's
like a mix of music. Like Dua Lipa was there.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, I went to Dua Lipa and the music or the sound system sucked, so we left.
And you had to walk 10 miles in?
Yeah, we walked like an hour out of the festival.
That alone is a reason not to go. Sorry.
I will never wear cowboy boots again to a festival. That's my biggest mistake. No, like blisters. My feet were numb by the end of it.
Oh, God. Why would you do that to yourself?
Yeah, those were not walking shoes.
Why don't they have like little golf carts so they can bring them in?
Mom, there's like 25,000 people there. I don't think that's going to do much.
So? Anyways.
Okay.
Oh, you know what I heard that's really crazy? You know Cash App, right? The app. They've closed so many people's accounts, and people are livid because they had like thousands of dollars in there and they can't access their money because they're closing accounts they violate terms and services, whatever that means, like whether they think they're just collecting a bunch of money. Because, Cash App and Venmo they're supposed to just be to send money and transfer money. It's not supposed to be like a bank account.
Some people have like a Venmo credit card or like a debit card.
Credit card, but you're not supposed to hold money in there.
You put money in there, and then that way you can use it.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to collect money in there because now it's called IRS fraud. Because, like, let's say a girl's just like showing her boobs or something, and the guys are sending or whatever it is. I don't know. That's a bad example, but like if people are just
weird example.
If people are just sending you money and you keep it in there and you have thousands of dollars, that's not allowed because you're not reporting it. It's like if some people do their business, like it's kind of like the way of collecting money, and that's not what it's for. And the IRS is coming down, and they're closed. There was a lady screaming online, like I can't, like she was pissed, and you could tell she had something shady going on the way she was talking. You could tell. It's like, where'd you get that money from? But it's almost like their money's on hold until they investigate like what's going on. Why is all that money in there?
It's crazy how you can like trust a company with your money and they can just take it.
Yep. Well, they can't take it, but they're investigating it. Yeah, but I think those apps, like if you... Oh, I did see. There was a lady on TikTok. She's rescued this pit bull girl, whatever. She has this long following. And I guess people were cash apping and Venmoing her like a lot of money for the dog, to help the dog. And she got a request from the app saying, you got to switch to a business account or you can't get any more money. Like you have to now switch because now you're going to have to report that money as income. So she's like, stop sending me money through there. Like, forget it. Like, just go to my Amazon storefront or whatever. I don't know. the wish list, but she's like, forget it. They're giving me a hard time. Screw that. Like, whatever.
Okay, so I guess there is an option to do like business account.
Yeah, but it's not, that's not business. That's donations.
Hmm.
So they're screwing people up with that. You know?
The IRS, man, gets in everything.
I know. It's like, that's what you're worried about. Like, why don't you go after like people that have like efficiencies in their back house, like, and are not paying income. They're not reporting that. Like, get a life.
Get a life.
We're just trying to save dogs out here. Like, get out of my face.
So rude.
Oh, all right. So you went to ACL, and then I heard you started watching Love is Blind.
Started watching a lot of stuff. Tell Me Lies, Love is Blind, and then obviously Murders in the Building. But yeah.
I know. I have to catch up on my shows for this week. I'm caught up on everything except for whatever came out yesterday and today.
So, where do you want to start?
Well, Tell Me Lies, are you up to date?
I'm up to date. It comes out today.
Yeah. I haven't seen today.
Yeah.
Obsessed?
Yeah. Up to date. I mean, they're really Steven's a psychopath.
No.
But he also likes the toxic.
Who?
Lucy.
Lucy's a hot mess. Okay.
She is a hot mess, and it like gets to her too much.
Well, because she has like this attraction towards him.
Yeah.
When he came in the room and he went in her, like if he was going to kiss her and he told her how pathetic she was, I almost died. I died
of secondhand embarrassment.
I wanted to crawl inside my body and like disappear. Yeah. Can you imagine? And she just like, she was going to let it happen. That?
She was going to go back to him, and now he knows that for sure.
Well, she wasn't going to go back to him, maybe, but she was going to hook up with him.
Yeah. So,
back to him.
I'm surprised he like has no interest in her. Like you would think someone so toxic would like try to cheat on his girlfriend and like go back to her or whatever. He has no interest in her.
That's what's making it even more embarrassing. That he's like, you don't even tempt me. Like, you're so, ugh.
Yeah.
I just mess around and mess with your head.
Yep.
If I ever got to that stage in life, I think it's over for me. Like, that I can't come back from.
Yeah. And it's like truly driving her crazy.
And then she gets mad at that guy she's seeing for hitting someone, which was bad. But then she slaps the girl at the last party. It's like,
who's that girl? What's her name?
I'm watching too many things. I don't know.
Yeah. Steven's girlfriend. Diana.
Yeah. Diana. Which I've really grown to like.
I really like her, but also she's a little pathetic, like staying with Steven, but I guess it's just like a rite of passage. You date some dumb boys in your life. I don't know.
Yeah, but you have to remember, she doesn't see this side of Steven that Lucy and everyone else sees.
Right.
He shows her, that's why the show's so good this season, because it shows so many like psychological things, that like perspectives, like guys know, or people in general, they know who to mess with and who they know they know how to act with certain people, and that's so interesting. It's just so interesting. Like he knows he can act a certain way, and then with her, he still shows his dickness, but like not as much.
Right, just enough. But he like, he'll like tell you I love you right after and like kiss you and whatever. And he does treat her well for the most part.
But he actually treats her pretty decent. Like he's there for her. You know? Like he treats her nice. I mean, it's so interesting. And then, so the whole SAT score thing. Do you think Diana's lying? I think she's lying.
Oh.
She's lying. Because she wants nothing to do with Steven. She doesn't know what to do, because since Lucy told Diana that he had something to do with the car accident, she saw the photos on his laptop. She's freaking the hell out. And then they take the SATs and she's like, I'm getting the hell out of this. You're not coming with me anywhere. And my dad's not going to pay for us to live somewhere and go to college. So I'm going to lie about my entrance scores and I'm getting rid of you. That's what's happening.
Oh my God, it makes so much sense, just because like she didn't want to take him to Thanksgiving either.
Exactly.
I didn't even think of it that way.
The minute she said, I failed, I'm like, there's no way she failed. Isn't that makes sense. I think that's what's happening.
Right.
And he has no idea.
Yeah, honestly, that makes sense.
Her. He needs her because he needs her dad to pay for his housing or he can't go.
Right. And she knows that.
I was confused because the show's kind of going back and forth between then, now, future, whatever. So I'm like, wait, what's happening? I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Because then Steven's with her best friend in the future.
Right. So I can't wait to see how that plays out.
Ew.
Why does her friend do her dirty? And why is her friend mad at Lucy? Like, why isn't Lucy mad at her?
Her friend's mad at Lucy because her friend's brother date raped. What's the blonde girl's name that was with the football player?
I don't know.
The friend, right?
The friend.
He raped her. Remember they found
Yeah, but we don't see why she's mad at her yet.
Because when Lucy's best friend went to visit her and Steven told her, remember Steven told her everything Lucy said about her, all the shit talking?
Yeah, but Mom, no. In the next future scenes, she literally said, I will never.
Yes, I'm getting there.
That's not about talking shit.
I know, but that's one thing that happened. And that same trip, that same visit, she got an email, the friend got an email saying, there's a girl from the sorority blaming my brother for raping her.
Okay, and Lucy
stood up for the girl and said, we don't know, that's not true. So she's like, I'll never forgive you.
That is not something for you to say, I would never.
I think that's what it is. I don't
think we've seen it yet. Mom, they've gotten back together, Steven and that girl. So Steven must have hooked up with Lucy. Like, something must have happened. I don't think we've seen it yet.
I think something happens with the brother and the rape thing, and that's why.
We haven't seen it yet.
Right, we haven't seen it yet, but I think that's where it's leading.
Right. But again, we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see how it plays out.
Yeah. No, true. Can I tell you the part I'm most obsessed with that happened this season on Tell Me Lies? We don't know anyone's name. What's the girl that's having an affair with this teacher?
Bree.
Oh, Bree. I should know that name. Okay.
Right.
When she breaks up, when her ex-boyfriend tells her he cheated on her, then she goes and does that, and then she goes back to his house and they hook up one last time, and he's like all happy that they're going to get back together, and she tells him, I have to tell you something too, like she cheated on him. And the way he reacted, I was like, wow, that is such a power move. He reacted like he could not forgive her. She's like, I was just kidding. I wanted to see if you'd forgive me. Bye. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, that was actually crazy that she stuck to her ground and she was like,
I was obsessed. Like, oh, you won't forgive me? Got it.
Yeah.
Every woman
should
do that.
play because men cannot forgive women who cheat.
Every woman that gets cheated on should do that. To see, because I always said it, guys cannot get over cheating, but they want women to get over it constantly. Like, get out of here.
Yeah.
I loved it. I do think that affair is disgusting. Ew.
And I mean, her ex-boyfriend called it out. It's like she has these daddy issues and he knows it. The older man knows it. And
she's so stupid. Her ex-boyfriend's a doll. He has money and he's a decent guy. Like, stay with him. Because he cheated on her when did they break up? No. When he cheated on her?
It was while they were together.
Oh, okay. That's not good. I thought they maybe had a fight or something. No?
And she doesn't even know the worst part is that it was with Lucy.
See, that's what makes Lucy a sociopath, disgusting human being, because there's nothing worse in my eyes than a friend that does something like that to you and can look at you every day like nothing happened. I don't like those people.
Yeah.
That to me is like the worst kind of person.
Yep. Lucy's really not that great.
Well, when you have no boundaries for your own life, it's almost like not evil. You just don't care about yourself. So if you don't care about you, why would you care about anyone else?
Right.
That's kind of like what's going on. That's why they always say, like, it's hard to be friends or like get close and you want to be nice to certain people. But if they have that kind of like messed up, if they don't care about themselves, like they will hurt you because they don't care about anything.
Right.
Anyways,
she's the one who's like sent the letter for Wrigley.
Wrigley
and she
doesn't know,
let her friend take the fall.
and Wrigley doesn't know any of that.
No, most people don't know any of that. Only Steven knows that. And she's the one who wrote the letter, and she let her friend get bullied by everyone for like a year.
Oh, another thing that no one's thinking about that I thought was like, whoa. Wrigley, the football player, right?
Yeah.
They're saying every time he calls his little brother already passed away and he's like in denial. Have you noticed the way he calls him and he's like, he gets weird and he's like, oh no, oh, you're not really like he's playing, like he's like messed up, like like his brother like died, killed himself.
Oh my god.
I know. There's so many like
that you would be crazy.
Somebody said that on TikTok. I'm like, that makes so much sense because he's like, he has never called him back. Like he's not there.
That would be crazy.
It makes sense though because he was not good last.
All
season.
These twists and turns I'm not noticing, but now it's like a spoiler to me.
Well, I didn't notice that one. I saw that on TikTok, but that makes sense.
I know, but now it feels like a spoiler.
No, it just makes you think like, hello, that there's something wrong here. Like, where is he? And then he acts weird when he calls him. So good, so good, so good. Wait, Love is Blind. How much did you watch?
Love is Blind. I watched maybe 2 or 3 episodes.
Okay. Oh, you didn't get to like the really good part. Who do you like so far?
Which is what, when they're outside?
Yeah. Or like the end when they're picking each other.
I mean, I saw some of them.
Okay. Who do you...
2 nerds. The white guy and the Asian girl.
You know who they remind me of? Who was that couple from last year that were like, oh, they're really nice, but okay, bye. Like, they were so boring to watch.
Right, because they're just, like, good.
What was her name? Amy? Or, like, yeah, it's like, okay.
I'm not going to remember their names.
We wish you the best, but get off my screen.
Well, I think it's just because they clearly look like they'll do well, and there's not going to be any drama between them.
It's not only drama, because there's other people that clearly have a connection to what they're just boring to watch.
Right. They're not very interesting.
No.
But I do think that they're going to do really well, and they're, like, nerdy cute.
Yes.
And also, she's really pretty, and she was, like, nervous about her heritage, but, like,
yeah, she was
really
so weird about that. It was like, okay,
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She's like, I won't even tell you my mother's name. I won't tell you anything. I won't even tell you what kind of food I like. I won't tell you nothing.
Yeah, she doesn't even look like her.
I know.
She almost looks like a mix, so.
Leo, the art director, what a douche. I can't.
The who? Oh, Leo. Okay, the art dealer.
Okay, tell me again how much money you have, please. Like.
Yeah, and he's like, doesn't want a girl to date him for money, but that's all he talks about.
Classic.
Like, why do you not say that you're an art dealer? Why do you not talk about your family? Like, if you actually care about that.
Classic. I mean, Avi doesn't talk about money.
All the scenes of the guys just sitting there as he blabs on about money, it's so funny.
The guy's like, okay, you have a Rolex. Okay, we get it. You're privileged.
Yeah, we
got it. Got it.
And it's so funny. Leo's like, this is like a great problem to have. I would rather have this than no money. And then he just keeps going.
It's going on and on. He's like, I'm so privileged. No, you know what? I don't have to worry about money. Like, it's just like, okay, got it.
You know what's so funny is that I looked up art dealer Love is Blind. Like, I wanted to find his Instagram and like his name. And then there's so many articles about Leo is trying to tell everyone like it's edited and he doesn't actually all talk about money. So many articles about it.
Poor guy. He's young. He's immature. Like, oh God, what a horrible combination. Like, stop.
He's privileged, clearly.
And then when Brittany's telling him like, my last boyfriend took care of me. Like, I'm not the one. I'm not the breadwinner. Like, blah blah blah. And he's like, oh, I would want to pay for most. It's like, you're sitting here talking about how much money you have day and night. You're gonna pay for absolutely everything, buddy. That's it. That's what the deal is. Like, you've bored me to death with money.
You were inherited money. You're paying for everything.
I mean, you won't shut up about it. So there you go.
I wonder if they're gonna end up together. I guess you know.
I know. We can't talk about it yet.
I mean, we can talk about it. Whatever.
We'll talk about it next week when you're really up to date.
Fine.
Because then it's good to, you know, really know what's happening. Hannah reminds me, what's her girl from last year that she was so silly, but she was Megan Fox?
Oh,
That's Hannah.
yeah, yeah.
That's Hannah. That's
She
Hannah.
talks really fast.
No, and she's
Huh?
toxic. She's a
So
drama
toxic.
queen. She's a little
Oh
toxic.
yeah, she is a drama queen.
She's a drama queen. She's self-conscious about her appearance. It's all of the, it's she's that girl from last season.
Yeah, drama queen, subconscious about her appearance. She's like, I just saw the episode where she's like, I think I made a mistake with the guy who like maybe acts like a player, and I do see where she's coming from because I feel like that guy's not gonna like her once they see each other.
Well, I can't wait. I can't wait
He
to
does
talk.
seem like a player.
I can't wait to talk about this when you see it all. So my two top fave couples are Ramsey and Marissa. Oh my god, I can't. I'm obsessed. How do you say Ramses? Rams? They're the sweetest people I've ever seen.
I think I know you're talking about.
The guy
They're
with the
really, really
curly hair
cute.
with the long. Oh, you haven't seen them get together, but whatever. That's not a good spoiler. The girl with the curly hair, the black girl and the black guy that they have. The guy has like a long thing. He's very sweet, and she's like so sweet and bubbly, and her hair's like sometimes she wears it like a fro up here, and then sometimes. So that's one of my top couples is Ramses and Marissa, which you'll know who I am talking about once you. They're the sweetest people. She's nothing but laughter and light. Like I love her, and he's like the sweetest guy. I love them. Steven and Monica. He's the white guy with the black girl. You probably haven't seen them get together yet. It's
Is
pretty.
that the military?
Is that the military? Yes, the guy's in the military.
You ruined it. It was between two people.
I thought you meant the girl was in the military. I'm like, what?
Yeah, she was, Mom. You're not
Monica
watching,
too?
but...
Anyway, Steven and Monica.
No, I know they get together. Continue.
Well, I think they're pretty much. You could see that they're only talking to each other.
No, it was between two people.
Oh. Anyways, they're my second favorite couple.
Okay.
So far, because we don't know how they're going to get along. Because you see how they get along once they leave. It's different.
Yeah, but they do both look like chill, cool, funny people. So
yeah. The other ones are like, okay, we'll talk about later. Once you see them get together, because
I'm trying to think how to describe.
Well, you finish watching it, and then we'll get into it next week. Like, really get into it when we see them get together.
Hannah goes through if she matches with someone.
Yeah.
So she'll like be on the rest of the show. I keep seeing like tweets about Hannah or like posts, but I don't want to look at them because I don't want to get ruined.
Perfect. I saw Nobody Wants This, the movie on Netflix. It's so good. Oh my gosh. The one that it's based on the people that made it, their love story.
Mm-hmm.
It is so funny. I didn't think it was going to be so funny. It's like a comedy. Obsessed. I highly recommend. Highly recommend. There's another thing that I thought was so great on TikTok. This guy bakes cakes for his friend. You probably might have seen it. He bakes a cake for his friends for their birthdays every year. He bakes this beautiful, huge cake. They take it to a restaurant. He asks the restaurant if he can like cut it at the table, and they said no because it's a liability or something, which is weird because you can cut steak at a table. You can't cut a cake. Yeah. So they cut the cake in the back, and they give them the tiniest sliver of a piece to everybody. It's a huge cake. So when they ask for like the rest of the cake to take home, the kitchen says, we don't have the cake. It's gone. So it's this whole drama back and forth. The whole internet was on it. Well, all of TikTok. They found out like who the restaurant was and everything. He didn't say who it was, but TikTok is crazy. They will get like the background and like zoom in. It's wild. So
yeah,
he's basically accusing the restaurant of the workers eating the rest of his cake or taking the cake.
Probably.
And there's servers and waitresses coming out of everywhere talking about it. They're like, this is unacceptable.
TikTok drama is so funny.
So funny, but the guy was so nice because at the end of the day, he came back on and said, look, the restaurant reached out to me. They looked at videotape. My cake was like taken, eaten, whatever. And they offered us like a two-person free meal. And everyone in the comments is like, absolutely not. You should get a free meal for the whole table that was there. Like, that is not okay. You made that cake. They stole. That's theft. So funny.
Stealing.
Yeah. So everyone, I mean,
TikTok will have your back.
he's flattered. He's like, they really loved my cake. So they ate it.
That's funny.
That was hilarious. So he's like, please
Yeah,
don't
there's
come
a
after this
couple
restaurant.
dramas on TikTok right now. Like
Obsessed.
the girl with the carpet.
Stop. That was my
And
next.
then it was nothing.
That's my next story.
No.
The girl of the car. Okay, so this girl's at this house. She's putting in a fence, and they're drilling holes to put in the fence. And they see this rolled up carpet down deep in the ground. And at first, when she called the cops and she's putting it all over TikTok, they're like, the cops are like, no, we're not going to come out. But then because of TikTok, the police came, and they dug and dug and dug, and there's nothing in the rug.
Right, but their dogs, they have two dogs that
Yes.
like sat at the place, like showing that it's something.
People are saying that maybe the rug was part of like maybe the bodies are under in another area, not where the rug is.
Yeah, people were saying it could be a decoy, the rug is there and then the bodies are somewhere else. Or the bodies are like even deeper than the rug.
Yeah. But then people came out attacking her, like saying she's lying because there was all these weird missing pieces. But I'm like, she's like, she could do all that for a lie? No.
First of all, she can't be lying. There's literally cops there.
They did
And
find
the
like,
cops aren't going to dig for no reason. Like, they brought dogs out, and then the dogs sat there.
why would somebody bury a rug? Maybe they killed someone in the house and the rug had like, it did have splats of blood, I think they said.
That's what I just said. That the rug is there, but the bodies are somewhere else.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So they probably did. They like buried the rug, but the bodies are somewhere else.
Yeah. That's had to, because they're like, oh, maybe it's a dead dog or something. It's like, no, because there would be bones.
Right. People would probably bury their dog in their backyard.
People are going nuts.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I think they took the rug for testing, though. So I don't know if there's an update.
Oh, they did. Yeah. Who knows? But it just goes to show you can't rely on the cop. Like, nobody does their job well. My God. What if it was really something? Like, you had to, like, go online and do all this mess. Like, they didn't even care about it. They're just like...
Right.
Okay. Yeah. It's wild. They're so lazy. Everyone's so lazy. Like, nobody wants to get up and work, as Kim Kardashian says. Another thing on TikTok that went crazy last week. Did you see those two girls that got kicked off of Spirit Airline for wearing a crop top?
Oh, yeah.
Since when do they have a dress code?
Yeah. People are like, that's a bra. And it's like, I mean, crops these days look like that. I don't know.
No, that looked like a tank top that was short, like a real crop top. It wasn't a bra. I saw them. It wasn't.
One girl had a tank top. One girl was wearing a bra, but it wasn't a bra. It was like a crop top. But people in the comments, I'm saying, were like, that's not a bra. Or that's not
okay, but
and then people in the comments are like, I wouldn't want to sit next to someone naked. I'm like, grow up. They're not naked.
Well, no, I'm fine with the dress code. That's fine with me. Like, honestly, like, my problem with this story, why didn't she close up her jacket? Like, she was asked to do that. Just do what you're told.
Right, but they wanted maybe a
okay,
TikTok.
Well, bye, get off the plane. Like, I'm sorry. The girl that had a regular tank top on, obviously, I don't agree with that because it's regular clothing. If she was, I didn't see the bra. If she was, in fact, wearing a bra and they tell you to zip, like, you're allowed to have a dress code.
I mean, it looked like a sports bra. It wasn't like a bra. It was like it was like completely like filled and covered.
Yeah, so if you went in
like
with
a tube top with straps, like it wasn't.
Like if you went in with a workout outfit and just like your workout top, they wouldn't allow you.
I guess I didn't know there was a dress code though.
I know, that's good to know, right? I would never.
So I used to fly standby, or I still can, but there's a dress code for standby people because you're representing the company. It's like someone that works for the company that you have the list for. Or that you're on the list because of whatever.
Yeah.
And I was wearing literally not even up to my belly button. It was like a sliver of my stomach. And it was like tank top. But it was like a high tank top. And they were like, you need to cover your shoulders.
Nice.
And thank God I had a jacket.
See? So they...
No, but my shoulders? That is ridiculous.
Listen, back in the day, people wore suits and dress like
I'm saying this isn't back in the day.
But I'm saying like they have that right to do that. I just think they should make it more known. Like when you buy a ticket, they should have like a red like dress code. Like they should warn. I had no idea that they had a dress code. Like I'm sure no one else does either.
I mean, maybe they don't.
Like let them know. Last story that I thought was interesting, going crazy online. The crumble cookie drama. Did you hear about that?
Mm-mm.
Some people from, I don't know if it was was it Australia? Some young kids came. They bought a bunch of crumble cookies, because they don't have that over there in Australia. And they did like a pop-up and sold old cookies that they flew over. and they resold them for like a really high price, like a big markup. And everyone's like, "Oh, these cookies are stale." Because they flew them over there. And like, obviously, you know, they're making the brand look bad.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, can't you get sued for that? But I guess it's a different country.
Yeah, it's just harder because they're so far away.
Right.
But also, like,
crazy.
They made it look like it was crumble cookies. Like they put the crumble name. Like you can't do that. Like that's not your.
Right.
You're not really representing them. Like, and then other people are saying, "Oh, that's so like entrepreneur of them." Like, kudos to you. And it's like, no, that's called fraud.
Yeah, it's literally stealing a business. There's no entrepreneurship involved.
I think they even did like an online account and stuff.
Oh my gosh, they like full force.
I want to see
cookies that.
Each cookie they sold for $17. So funny. Wild. Yeah, so, you know, they should have been smarter, though, about it. Like, come on, like, at least...
Yeah, why'd they post about it?
Yeah. Oh, my God. I was listening to The Toast, and I think Ben was on, Claudia's husband.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to tell you the story because I think it's so funny because of this dating world. So apparently, you know, the Good Guys podcast with Ben Soffer and Josh Peck, right? Is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They have this thing called What Are You Nuts? Like a segment called What Are You Nuts? And one of the What Are You Nuts, Claudia was like, you have to tell the story. It's so funny. It's so funny. So apparently one of Ben's friends met some girl at a restaurant and like going to the bathroom or something. They bumped into each other. They exchanged phone numbers. So he goes, whatever, like the next day, whatever. She texts him the next day or whenever. And she's like, so are you at the restaurant now? And he's like, that was the what are you nuts moment? Because he's like, no, I don't work. Why would I be at the restaurant now? Like it was one of those, like when you meet someone, you're like, what kind of world are we living in? Like, are you stupid? She's like, so are you there at the restaurant?
Like the same place?
Yes. He's like, see, another one bites the dust. I can't date anyone. Everyone's like brain dead.
Everyone is brain dead, and I know you see that a lot on Hinge, where it's like they say something, you're just like, what?
Yes. Can you send me photos? I don't know. There's 10 on my profile. You need another one? Oh, I gotta make sure you're not a scammer. I'm like, I can send you another scammy photo, moron. like what? Oh God. I can't. Yes. I thought that was so funny.
Yeah, people are brain dead.
They
I would say most.
I don't know what's going on, man. Like what's happening?
I just think that like when you surround yourself or like you like put yourself in a situation where you like see more people than you should, like in outside of your community, you're on Hinge, you work at a restaurant, like something like that, where like you just expose yourself to so many people. You notice most people are brain dead.
So like, where do you go from there? She's like, are you at the restaurant? And he almost wants to say like, are you stupid? I don't work there. Why would I be at the restaurant? He can't say that. So does he just ghost her? Because like, where do you go from there? Like, you can't continue to want to date.
Like, do you correct her or?
But there's nothing to correct. Why would that come out of your? What's the thought process? What's
right?
What is it? What are you thinking? And you can't ask her that, so it's over.
Yeah, just ghost. And then they have no idea why.
What? Oh, another thing I thought that was so interesting. Puberty. You know those the dodo and puberty? They always share other people's stories. And I found this so interesting because I didn't realize until someone came on and said, don't give them permission to share your story because they're the ones making all the money off of your story. So like, let's say you post a video of Scoot and they message you, hey, can I share your story from the puberty or whatever? You say sure because you're like, oh yeah, you love my story. They actually ask you to send them the story when you say yes, because they actually post it as if it's their original and they tag you. So they're getting all the credit. They're not reposting.
Obviously.
I didn't think of that. But they're making all this money.
They're posting. They're not reposting.
So they can get the money and the credit.
Yes.
Off of your story. They should share the proceeds. They're making so much money.
Yeah.
I never thought of it that way. I'm like, okay, it's true. Like they're smart. They don't repost. They actually post it.
Right, because it's two different parts of your page. You're not going to repost it. You're going to post it.
Or they don't post it with like your name on it. Like they ask you to send it to them.
Right.
That's wild. Smart people.
Yeah, whoever has a meme page, they're the smartest people. Because
I mean,
they so much money off of other people's effort.
Yeah, but they do tag you so people can go to you if they want to look at
it
you.
is exposure, but...
Yeah, it is exposure. It's exploitation and exposure. I think that's all we have for this week. I'm gonna, next week when we get back here, I hope we have good news to report on the hurricane. If not, we'll be sad.
Right.
We'll be very sad.
Report on the hurricane. Hopefully that it wasn't too bad. And more Love is Blind.
Oh, deep dive. Deep. You better make time for me. Okay, have a good week.